Because of a natural disaster, a koala lost its house and just came out to people hoping for their help. A blind mother koala was trying hard to take care of its baby to the end, despite the illness. The unpredictable rescue operation of a koala from a deep pit. Now, I'll tell you 6 amazing stories of rescuing koalas who desperately needed human help. Number 6. I think most of my audience have heard about the big fires that happened in 2020 in Australia. The koala you see on the screen now lost its home. All the trees to her left and right were burned. The poor animal had nowhere else to go, so it decided to ask people for help. A loving couple who happened to be nearby was the only hope of this koala. The koala must have been scared to go to strangers, as the animal didn't know whether they were friends or enemies, but it decided to take a chance. This koala was lucky. The first thing these people did was give the koala water to drink. Then they decided to take the koala with them and show it to the vets. However, they soon made a quick stop because the koala probably hadn't eaten anything in a while. And it was a great idea. The koala ate leaves all the way to the animal rescue center. Unfortunately, when they arrived at the vets, the center was already closed. What should they do? The couple decided to take the koala with them to a campground that was set up nearby. They put the koala in the tree and went to sleep. The people were worried that the koala might leave at night, since it is a wild animal. But the koala was very tired and slept all night in the same tree. When they woke up in the morning, they saw the koala was sitting next to a tree on the ground. And it definitely didn't feel good, so the rescue people had to hurry. They went back to the animal rescue center and, fortunately, this time it was open. It's time to say goodbye. The vets will take care of the baby from here on out. Unfortunately, no one knows what happened to this koala next, but I'd like to think that the vets have cured the poor animal and returned it to the wild, to a place away from the fires. A huge thank you to these brave people who spent so much time helping this animal. Number 5. A local was walking along the road when he noticed something strange in the distance. It was a koala. It was sitting right in the middle of the road and was clearly disoriented and didn't know where to go. The man also noticed that there was a baby koala in the bag. When he got closer, he noticed that the koala's eyes were very red and looked sore. Wasting no time, he quickly found the number of eco-activists and called them. While waiting for them, he made sure that the koala and its baby were all right. The animal protection group took the koala to the vet. The initial impression was correct. One of the koala's eyes could barely see, and the other had only a quarter of its normal vision. The animal's eye was probably very itchy, and the koala hurt it badly, making one eye almost blind. I completely forgot to tell you what happened to the baby koala. Despite the mother's illness and the fact that the mother koala was already old, she was about 12 years old, it managed to take excellent care of its cub. Although the cub weighed slightly less than normal, it was in perfect health. Volunteers named the mother koala Venus and her cub Cupid. Now the animals still remain under the supervision of specialists. The cub is given vitamins and supplements to help it grow. Venus' eye looked much better. The infection has not yet been defeated, but the prognosis in this regard is favorable. The vets hope that as a result of all the treatment, Venus will be able to see with at least one eye, at which point the animal can be returned to the wild. But it won't happen right away. Baby koalas depend on their mothers for at least the first year of life, often up to 3 years. A baby koala can only be released into the wild when it is able to live independently. Everything in this story is beautiful. Both the mother who saved her baby despite the disease and the stranger who realized that the animal needed help, as well as the volunteers who saved the koala and its baby. Number 4. And this koala rescue operation didn't go according to plan, but let's start from the beginning. A group of hikers was walking through the woods when they heard a strange sound in a pit. As they got closer, they noticed a koala inside that couldn't get out. They decided to help. They found a large stick nearby and began slowly lowering it into the pit. The koala quickly realized what was going on and started climbing out of the pit.
Look how easy. Yeah, he's coming up. He's halfway up.
People watched the rescue with bated breath and were ready to celebrate their victory when the koala, trying to jump to another tree, snapped and fell back into the pit again. I just hope the animal's okay. Fortunately, after a while, the koala came to its senses and started crawling up the branch again as if nothing had happened. This time, the koala decided not to test its fate and just climbed down from the branch to the ground. But that wasn't the end. The animal started climbing another tree that was located near the pit. People's hearts went in their heels again. Several times the koala might have fallen again. Fortunately, all ended well and the clumsy koala successfully climbed the tree. Although if I were this koala, I would find a tree for life away from this pit. Number 3. A group of students were canoeing down the river when they saw a koala sitting in a tree. One guy decided to swim closer to take some beautiful pictures. However, he noticed that the koala was looking very carefully at his canoe and seemed to want to jump in. Then the student got out of the canoe so as not to frighten the animal, and the koala climbed inside. The man carried it to the shore.
Oh my God! Pretty much say we saved the koala.
When the animal was dry on land, people noticed that its back paws were wet. So they assumed that the koala was trying to swim to shore, but later decided that the current was too strong. The story ended well. The students went canoeing, and the koala went on its way.
Yeah, look, he's got his legs wet.
Number 2. In this video, volunteers received a message from a passing driver. He reported that a koala was sitting in a tree right next to the road. Unfortunately, the volunteers knew that this is the very place where animals, especially koalas, often die under the wheels of cars. They quickly rushed to the place where they found the animal. The koala clearly didn't like being removed from the tree. But I'm sure that after the volunteers check on the koala's health, they can find a better and safer tree for this animal. Number 1. In this video, a couple saw a koala entangled in the nylon fence they use as a chicken pen. The girl carefully cuts through the fence and from time to time pets the koala, who was probably under a lot of stress. The koala got tangled up pretty badly, and even with a pair of sharp scissors, it took the girl a few minutes to get the animal out of the trap. When it was done, the koala ran back into the woods as if nothing had happened. Fortunately, this koala was noticed just in time, and the story ended well. Also, I have 5 rescue stories about killer whales, like the one about the orca who was trapped in the ice and could have died if rescuers and locals hadn't decided to step in. Click on the video to see stories of killer whales who needed human help. See you there!